Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and today I'm taking a break from Kirby Roseanne's World Within Worlds just to do a small project that I've been asked to do by several of you. This is from Tropical World by Millie Marotta. We haven't really heard too much from her lately, and I don't know what's going on with that, but anyway, these are some of my things that I've done in her book. Let me move that. Lots of fun with this. Wow, 2015, 5 years ago. I need to get that into my storage thingy. Still got some other pictures that I'm working on here. I will go back to this. But yeah, oh yeah, and these butterflies, I definitely will be finishing that. I think that'll be a really cool piece. I started to put in a background on this one, and then I'll go ahead and finish the butterflies themselves. Let's see, that's some Johanna Bosford stuff that I've got in between here. Oh yeah, this one was fun. And the neat thing about that, as I was doing this, obviously you can see the 4 divisions of color, but notice that on the inside wheel, the colors are jogged off one color. So in other words, that belongs there, this belongs here, this belongs there, and this belongs there. So that was fun to do, just to kind of mess around with the piece a little bit. Let's see, I'm just towards the front of the book here. Oh, that was really fun to do. Did the black background on this side. And on this side, which is the same page, basically, this is without the background. So just wanted to do something a little different there. Let's see here. I definitely want to do the squids. And I'm sure you recognize this one. Again, this is a 2015 piece. So anyway, just really nice memories with this. Oh yeah, and the snake, of course. This is one of the first pieces that I did. Yeah, fun, fun, fun. All right, let's see here. This piece will be fun to do, the birds and the tree. I need to get back to doing some things in this book. Anyway, so Tropical World. All right, several have asked me how I'm doing the nest. So that's what this video is all about. Let me get you in a little closer. So basically, I'm working with the colors on the flowers. And then I am working with the nest itself. Let me get you in just a tad closer here so you can see what's going on. You know, I like to do the macro, micro view on this so that you can learn the technique. Let me pull out a color that I'm going to do on the flower so I can show you this. Very straightforward, very pretty. Let me check something here. Gotta get my paper towel ready, or else you guys will yell at me for not putting my hand on it, which you should. Yeah, this guy's a little more orange. Okay, that's all right, we can do that. All right, so basically the flowers are all done with one color. And let me show you the steps to doing that. Very straightforward. So the first thing that I do is I go ahead and I put down my basic light color. What do I tell you and tell you and tell you? Start out light no matter what. I'm not worried about blending right now because of what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so here's the trick with the flowers. Let me move you up just a little bit here. All right. So one pencil, it's all about the weight of what I'm doing. So now what I do is I pick one side or the other and I go back and do another layer. See how that's starting to show up clearly? And I do this in such a way, you want to make you don't want to make a straight line down here. You want to, you know, offset it a little bit. Okay, so there's my second layer with that edge jagged. And then the third layer is right here. See that coming in? Just down that one edge. And that's it. Isn't that neat? Easy peasy. All right, let me do the next one. And you can start to see the other color building up. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit that edge. And I'm pressing, as you can see, because I just broke the tip, probably about a 9 or a 10 to really pop in that edge. And this is the same method that you're going to use with all your colors on your flowers. All right. Let me sharpen my pencil again. Coloring is not complex, guys. It really isn't. And I don't ever, 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 under my tutelage, want you to feel intimidated. Again, see how beautifully. And the thing is, if you don't want to put in that bold edge, you don't have to, because look how pretty that is. See? That looks great as it is. But for me, choose to put in that edge. And again, when you lift your pencil, always turn it, right? So yeah, look at that. Look how nice that looks. Okay, so let's do the last one. So there's my first layer, right, of darkness. And then I'm going to go ahead and go along that edge. There you go. And I'm over it just a little bit here. All right, so let me pull you out. And then you can see how pretty that looks. And let me put this upright so you can see that additional flower. Isn't that nice? So I'm going to do one more. Now, as far as where I'm putting my colors, you can see I've got two lighter colors here and then this orange. So I'm going to pop my other orange down by a darker color flower. Now that's neither here nor there. If you want to put your lighter colors together, that's fine. Me personally, I prefer a mix. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. Again, put in your very light base, okay? Now, another thing that you can do with these flowers is you can just put a color down the center. Look at that. Isn't that neat? These are all little things that you can do with flowers. So you could just do that if you wanted to. Notice that I'm curving it a little bit. There you go. There's a way to color your flowers. Now, I'm not going to leave it that way because, I mean, I could, but because I haven't done it over here, so I really hate to introduce a new pattern. But that style would be gorgeous throughout this. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I've been doing. I just want to give you ideas of how to do these. There you go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, now for the centers of the flowers, I am going to use my Pilot pen. I got stupid about it and I used a marker, and you can see that it came through the other side, which I really don't care on this one because this to me is just practice flowers that were put in there, so no big loss on the page. but I made a boo-boo. I just wasn't thinking. All right, so let me go back to the flower I just did here. Pilot pen, make my center. Here's some purple flowers I put in earlier. And then I'm going to do this one here. And I would suggest that you do these little touches last when you're coloring an area like this, because, you know, when you color, you may accidentally, you know, go too far and go over the top. So all your little touches really should be last. All right. So now I'm going to show you how I'm doing the bird nest itself. And that I am doing, let me put away some pencils here. That I'm doing with 3 pencils. This is my Cool Bank color 055. It's a nice gold. Then this is my Faber-Castell, which is my color 187. And this is my Zenicolor color 105. Now, I don't want you to get hung up on brands and specific color numbers. What I do want you to get hung up on is selecting the shades that I'm using. So you can see simply there's a lighter shade, there's a darker shade, okay? And then this is a gold. All right, so that's what I want you to be looking at. So you can go ahead and pick out pencils of your own. If you're matching what I'm doing, look for these colors. You just want a distinctive brown that are distinctive from each other. Excuse me. And then you want a gold. All right. So what I've done is I have added the gold in between the branches of the nest, as you can see that. So let me go back and show you how I did the branches, because there's another step that I did with that gold. So we need a good sharp point. And what you want to do is you want to color the twigs with your lighter brown. I'm not pressing hard at all, probably about 3 or 4. I'm going to move over a little bit. I'm on a crease. All right. Now, when you color these branches, one little thing you can do is darken it in one little area and then lighten it, keep it light in another. So in other words, just before I pick up the pencil, I'm just pressing just to create that little bit of color in there, extra color. Watch how I do it on this one. So I do my light color all the way here, and then I go ahead and hit that with a little bit. See? And that adds a really nice dimensional effect. All right, let me back up here. Now, I'm not necessarily doing it on every single piece. I'm just doing it randomly. On these two right here, I'm going to do it on this bottom one, but not on the top one. All right, so let me pull you out just a tad so you can see the overall picture. There you can definitely see it. I've darkened here and left it lighter here. All right, let me get these last outside pieces, then we'll get to the next step. And again, when you pick up your pencil, just slightly turn it to keep that point. Okay, so I think I'm at a good stopping point here so I can continue with the next step. All right, so now I'm going to take my darker brown pencil, and you have to have a super sharp point. And what I'm going to be doing, let me zoom in, is watch with the dark. So now I'm going to just outline the edge and then come in just a little bit lighter. Okay. So outline the edge, come in a little bit darker in one of the areas, and And by one of the areas, I mean, okay, here. So there's the edge. And I'm going to come in darker like up here, okay? But it's lighter than what that edge is. And here I'm going to do the opposite side. So the thing is, now you can still see the gold that I have underneath, but I've put the brown now on top, the darker brown on top. All right. I need to back up here to something. And again, when you do it on both sides, on the twigs that are next to each other or close to each other, that's really a neat effect. See here. Yeah, it's looking a little spotty. I want that more natural. Okay, and you can definitely see where I've done it and where I haven't done it. So here I have, right? And here I have not. And notice that I don't hang around a long time with the browner pencil, meaning I'm not scrubbing on the place where I'm doing the coloring. I'm just adding a whoosh of color. There we go. Let me sharpen. Now, it looks kind of cruddy close up, but you know again that I like to do micro view with you so you can see exactly what you need to do. See how I did that there? Did the edge, came in a little bit at that spot. Watch again. Gonna do the edge. Every time I pick up that pencil, I roll it a little bit. And then I'm just going to come in a little bit with a couple swipes. Sorry, I got to do a little camera adjustment there. You want that kind of spotted look. You don't want it solid brown. See the difference between this one and this one? So I'm going to do my outside edge and then come in just a little bit with a couple swipes. Oops, I missed a spot. My light brown. Again, just hit it with a stroke with your darker brown. Whoops, bounced off. I'm not gonna worry about it because it looks natural. Okay, so now let me pull you out so you can see the whole thing. There you go. All right, now I've got one more step that I want to show you. Totally optional on this. You can, if you choose, leave just the gold there. But what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to sharpen my pencil. I mean, this looks beautiful as it is. But what I'm going to do is take my darker brown and I'm going to just color on the inside. Now, important, let me get you closer. I am not going to color right to the edges. I'm just adding, see? A little bit of highlight in the center. So see, you've got that gold all the way around the outside of that area that I just colored. Don't go to the edges. Now, you may accidentally hit an edge, that's fine. And don't press hard. And I've got two areas that didn't get colored here. Okay, and see how that's filling in? Now, it looks wonky close up, okay? But wait until I pull you out and then you'll see the overall effect. Ah! My bad. Give me a second while I get that point back. There we go. Okay, so all I'm doing is just taking my brown pencil and hitting inside the gold with the idea of not going all the way to the edge, if at all possible, because you want that gold to show. Now, obviously, some of these areas are so tiny, it's going to be hard to not hit the edge. It's all right. Let me fix this. That looks a little wonky. And notice also that I'm not spending a lot of time inside each area, which means I'm not fussing with it, which is important, because if you start fussing with it, you're going to start over coloring. I'm just literally just hitting this. And swiping the areas. Now, as you get to smaller areas like that, that's fine, because that's fine. It's a smaller area, so naturally it's going to be a little darker. Oh, missed a spot there. And I'm not worried about blending, because even though it looks a little non-smooth here, that's okay. It's a bird's nest. And again, this step is optional. All right, let me pull you out. And let me move you up a little bit. There you go. There's the whole view of this. And you can see how roughish that looks based on the way I've done this. Isn't that beautiful? So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to finish this on camera. We're at 38 minutes. I really am trying to be careful about time. But what I want to do is I'm going to finish it, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the bird. One of the things that I don't like about Millie Marotta at times is there's all these fine little patterns on here. And when I first started to color her book, I colored everyone in, and I just really got to the point that I hated it. Then I got to the point where I would color in, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I would color in one, color over the top of everything. And so once I started doing that, it got a lot better. So that was just me being weird. But anyway, there's this piece. I'm going to bring it in just a little bit, so you can see this. See how gorgeous that bird's nest looks? You want that roughage look. I've got these few more flowers to do up here. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it turned out well. And you know what, guys? You know me. If there's something that I've done on camera that I don't like, I'll tell you. I'm not going to deceive you or say, oh yeah, that looks great, when I think it looks awful. So yeah, I'm happy with this. All right, guys, if you have any questions, get in touch with me. This is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I just colored Millie Marotta, Tropical World, excuse me. And I will be finishing the nest, the flowers, and the bird will be my next video. And then I will get back to Kirby Worlds Within Worlds, because I'm doing that moon with the trees. Thank you for your comments on that. I'm hearing that you're liking what I'm doing, so that encourages me to do more. All right, guys, take care. Joyous, joyous coloring. Thanks for your time. And please, please comment. And, well, actually, what I'm looking for is giving me a thumbs up, because that really helps with my ranking. Or if you don't like it, fine, give me a thumbs down. But if you do like it, please take a second. All right, take care. Till next time. Bye.